morning I'm starting the day off with a cutout. It's about 9. I'm starting my day. It's 9 a.m. 8:56. I got a small little cutout to do. I think it's gonna be small. I'm pretty sure. It's been raining every single day for the past week and a half or so, and today's not gonna be any different. So I got to get this done. Get out of town. Get out of town. Gotta get it done, get back to the house, put these bees up before I get rained on. This is gonna be that one we came down and looked at a few weeks ago, and it's supposed to be only in there for 3 weeks. Problem with that is nobody ever knows. They tell you 3 weeks, and you get in there and it's a 2-year-old hive. This one here, they either saw it swarm in or they saw a swarm come out of it. So either it's brand new or it's been there since the beginning of spring at least. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be a quick one. Sun's already getting overhead. As soon as I step out of the truck, I'm cooking. They're already flying around my truck checking out the smells in my truck. Alright, well I'm fixing to set up the ladder and get to working on it. There are a bunch of bees in here. I can see comb about 1.5 feet in. That's yours.
Sure, I knew I had two. I could find one, but I couldn't find the other one. I don't know if that green one will reach the wheel on my spot yet.
There's some new comb in there. I don't know if there's any honey in it. Full suit on, ready to go up. Be careful now, you good on the ladder?
Usually.
Well, this is an unusual situation, so I'm gonna stand back here in case you decide to jump off. I'm gonna catch you.
Unless they swarm my arms, I'm good. Can I pull that down?
Yeah, just slowly, move real slow, and you're going to get up one more rung probably to see.
Yep.
Because they're back in there kind of deep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Kinda. Sort of. I expected tons of them. Here, we take that so I climb down more comfortably.
Sure will.
I ain't bothering on it.
They shouldn't, but I ain't gonna promise you that. I could catch her if she fell off the ladder. If you jump, I ain't gonna.
There's a bunch of bees, brother.
Yeah, there's some white comb up in there.
There's a bunch of them in there.
Before you get started, will you...
Let him take it.
I've been vacuuming through this little crack here and uncover the hive. I don't know if you can see it in there. I can't take that out through that little gap. I can't even really, I can barely get my hand in there really. So I gotta take this next piece of siding off. This is masonite siding. The bad thing about it is that it breaks easy. The good thing about it is that it breaks easy. So I can just cut through it. I can probably cut about 3/4 of the way through it. You can actually, you can razor cut this stuff. It takes a little while, but you can cut through it with a razor blade and just snap it off. It breaks off pretty easy. Siding's down. Let's see if I can show you what we got. They done covered the comb back up. I had them vacuumed off the comb. You can still see it's a decent size. It looks like about a from what I can see now, I'll know better when I get more vacuumed off of it, but it looks like about a cantaloupe size hive in there.
I got some Walmart Benadryl pills in there if you need any.
Nah, I don't take nothing. Had a few questions lately about whether or not stings bother me if I just shake them off. And depends on where I get stung. I just took one in the edge of the nostril here. They got my attention. If you're asleep, that'll wake you up. I've taken a couple in the cheek, neck, forehead before I turn my hat around. But the one in the nostril is the only one that sent me down the ladder. They're a little moody this morning, and I think it's from this foul weather we've been having. We got weather coming in again today. And you really don't like it's. You know, you can see it's pretty sunshiny right now, but they know the weather better than we do, and they don't like to be fooled with on bad days. I had to come down and give them a break.
Yeah.
They're eating me alive.
I figured they had to be for you to put that hat on you made me put on earlier.
Yeah. Well, when 10 of them hit me in the head and the face, and one got me in the end of the nose, I figured it's time to put some little something on. These are all stingers in my shirt. So I got two situations going on here. One is that they're really defensive, and the other is that since I've opened this up, I mean just shortly, 10 minutes after I opened it, started a robbing situation. The hive's really got a strong sweet smell, and I guess there's another feral colony somewhere close by, so I'm sucking up a hive and a half because I'm catching all these robbers coming in too. They're fighting at the entrance and they're jumping on my hands and stuff, so this one's not playing fair.
Here, I'll hold it.
Alright, these are the first two combs. Both of them slam full of honey. Fishing to vacuum the bees off of them. Miss Caroline's gonna take them inside and do something with them. Eat them.
That's awesome.
Do you like honey?
I do.
I like it in my coffee.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Pulled out a couple of other pieces of comb that had some, just a tiny bit of brood in it. This is the first real brood comb. So we got a laying queen in here somewhere. I'm not even looking for her. I'm just vacuuming, and they're a little ways in, so I can't really. It's hard to reach. I'm having to reach up in there with this and drop the combs onto this when I cut and just drag this out. So if I do happen to find the queen, it'll just be pure dumb luck. Or I could do like Mr. Ed does, Jeff Horchoff, just bring a queen with me and go, hey, I got the queen. I'm just kidding, he don't do that. He calls me to bring the queens. Man, that's a super sweet smelling comb. I wish I could, it's familiar, the smell's familiar, I just can't pinpoint it. Wow, wonderful flavor. I had to come over here and cool off for a minute. Sun kicking my butt. I'm saturated through and through, pants and everything. And that big old holly bush has saved my skin. All that brood comb that I've pulled so far was too soft to frame up, so I'm just throwing it.
Scrap bucket.
Yeah, throw it in the scrap bucket. When I get home, my bees will have what they want off of it. The rest of it will go in the melting pot. Heck, they must get too hot to handle on that tailgate. This was the only piece that was stiff enough to frame up. I'm not going to frame just one piece, and I done ruined it leaving it in the heat anyway. Tailgate's got a nice protective wax coating on it now. That honey is hot.
I bet.
Here's the bucket of actually actual honeycomb that's about melted down. I'll have to send this
Go ahead
inside.
and take in.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
That's the end of it. About a gallon bucket. There's one piece of old comb from another cutout in there. Gallon bucket, another ice cream bucket full of honeycomb. Siding's back, corners got to go back on. Back cage, slam full of bees right there. We're going to the house. I got my bees, and Miss Caroline sent me home with a night blooming cirrus. Never seen one before, or if I have, I hadn't paid attention to it. That one's from my wife. She came down the other day when I was down here looking at this thing, and she must have liked it. So, night blooming cirrus. Look at it. I'd be willing to bet a good chunk of money I could find that other Pharaoh hive pretty quick. I don't think there's any managed hives around here anywhere, but with these vacant houses with siding missing and holes in the soffit and stuff, I bet you money. I bet you cold hard cash. There's another one that I could find that hive real easy. How y'all doing? Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was trying to see if yours work weird.
They ain't sting you?
Yeah.
You got them all in the... Hold up.
Right here,
Let me bag up.
right there.
You got them all in the truck.
They riding, maybe.
That's pretty neat, man.
So yeah, have a good one.
You too.
I got a friend starting a fashion channel. You might know DFishman76. He's a YouTube beekeeper. His wife is starting a beauty and fashion channel, and I'm just going to beat her to the punch and show you some beauty secrets you can get from beekeeping. One of them is fuller lips. A good solid sting right below the nose, right in this area here, can give you a nice full upper lip for depending on your tolerance, up to 2 or 3 days. You know, makes them pretty. You can see how any of you Indian ladies, I don't know much about the dot on the forehead, but there's one right there that's going to last on me. It'll last a couple of days. On most people, it might last about a week. You get you a free week-long dot. So if you want your dot or your full lips or a good nose job, because I got stung twice right in here, so my nasal passages are a little tight right now. Well, that was it for this one. Time to go home and scrub my nasty self and relax for a minute. But before the shower, lunch. Just looking at the time real quick. It's 2 o'clock when I finished up. I started at about 9:15 or 9:30 this morning, so about 4.5 hours to cut that oak and get the hive out, stuff the space with insulation, put the siding back, and I probably spent a good half hour or better laying in the shade at different points because I was getting a tad bit overheated. It was extremely hot out there today. That, my friends, was a deep hive. It was about 6 foot to the back of the hive in that floor framing. It's probably, the span of the hive was probably 3 foot. And I had to do some creative reaching to get the comb and the bees out. But they out, we're on the way home. Beautiful full lips.